Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So about 2 years ago, I made a video on how to install baseboards, and in the comments section, I got quite a few comments about what do you do if your corners aren't plumb or square. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to fix inside corners that are not plumb. So I put together a little mock-up of an inside corner that is not plumb. It doesn't matter if it's not square or not, because the way I do inside corner is I cope them. So if it's out of square this way, it does not matter, because that's the beauty part of coping corners. So you can see here that this inside corner is not plumb. It's tight at the top and it's got a good gap at the bottom. So one way to fix that problem is to add a little screw in the bottom. So it's best to use a scrap piece of wood, and you just keep adjusting that screw until you have it right. And now I'm opposite to what I had before, where my bottom is out too far. So I have to keep backing that screw in until I get it right. And that looks pretty good. So now all I have to do is cope this piece and slide it in. To cope an inside corner, you have to cut your piece of base on a 45-degree angle. The best way to do that is on the miter saw. So just slide it over to 45 degrees. And I actually have to install my fence back on. And you just cut an inside 45-degree miter. So now that you have your inside miter cut at a 45-degree angle, you need to follow this cut line here, the finish line of the material, with a coping saw. And this here is called a coping saw. Now I have the blade set up that it cuts on the downstroke. I do this so that you don't get any tear out on the front of the baseboard. So another tip, angle your blade in so that you get a nice tight fit. And there, you can see that is a cope, and it matches the profile of the base. So then with that cut and your little screw put in place, just slide your two pieces in, and it's a nice tight fit. So then with my next piece installed and it's out of plumb, I'm just going to slide up this piece here, the adjoining one, and I'm just going to mark it with the dividers by just following and keeping them parallel and tight. So all you need to do is just follow your scribe mark with your coping saw, and if you cut it right, it should fit nice and tight into that inside corner. I'm just going to head over to my workbench and I'm going to cut this off camera and we'll see how it fits. I find this method of cutting an out of plumb corner kind of tricky. I do prefer using the screw method over this. That's pretty tight and I think that's acceptable. Let's just nail that on. So that is it for this video, guys. That is just 2 quick tips on how to install baseboard using the coping method on an out of plumb corner. Click right here if you want to see my video on how to install baseboards like a pro, and please click right here to subscribe. And like always, we'll see you in the next one.